out the inside of this closet. You can see we've got studs here. The doors have not gone in, so we won't be able to put this piece on that goes here or the one on the other side. So we're just gonna do the side wall and this back wall, and we'll work our way around. So first thing we need to do, a lot of times in these corners with the sheetrock, there's a tape joint here, so there's some tape and extra mud. So what you gotta do is sometimes kind of take your hammer, knock that joint down a little bit. If it's still not quite right, get out your utility knife, and sometimes you just gotta cut up a little bit. Make sure you don't cut past your where your trim's gonna go, otherwise you'll be upset. And we will cut that out. So there's one piece of the sheetrock tape, and there's the other. So that kind of gives us a better corner to work with. So what I've done already is I've already cut our back piece. Haven't smacked that corner yet though. So here is our back piece, and both of those ends are straight cuts, just like that. Nothing fancy, no angles or anything. You might think, well, how are you going to get it to go together? You know, 90-degree corner should be a 45, 45. Well, we're going to do it a little bit different. So what we'll do, put this back piece in, and then got our nail gun, and we use 2-inch nails to nail that in. That way they go through the trim, through the sheetrock, and a good ways into each stud that's behind that sheetrock. Okay, this right here is a stud finder, and what you do is we'll push this blue button and we'll watch the red lights here. Now you can see there's a red light right there. That means there's a stud right behind my finger. So we'll kind of hold that tight to the floor. Shoot one nail in the top, or towards the top, one nail towards the bottom. Now that's nailed in. So what I'm going to do is kind of finish this out quick. Alright, that piece is nailed on. This was a 30-inch measurement here. Now, just gonna kind of double check that. You can see that fits there. I've got a 45-degree angle cut. That is not going to work with how we have that. So what we have to do is cope this with a coping saw, and that's what we're gonna go show you how to do right now. This is a coping saw, kind of a pain to use, but they make your trim look a heck of a lot nicer. So, and if you put too much pressure on this, it's really hard to get it started. And I'm not gonna lie, I still struggle with it, but what we're trying to do is go right along that paint line and the wood line. Okay, now I gotta come back here. Like I said, these are a pain in the butt to use. All right, so we are pretty close right here. This chunk of sandpaper, what we're gonna do is kind of fold that so we're able to sand that little piece there to make sure everything's nice and flush. So when we go put it on, we have a nice tight fit. One little spot to finish. All right. I left that in flat because we will coat the other side. You can see how it kind of follows the profile of the piece of trim. So when we go to put that in there, and it looks like we have a little gap down here and we're pretty tight up there. So what that means, gotta do a little doctoring. So take your razor blade knife. There's probably better ways to do it. I enjoy using razor blade knives, so this is my tool of choice, if you will. Kind of like a surgeon, only don't get the pay that they do. So, all right, try that. And if I could get it right there is where we're catching. All right. It's a little better. Nice thing about white trim, we can get some white wood filler. Any little gaps we have, then we'll come back with touch-up paint, make them look good. So now we got this in there. Kind of hold it, get it tight to the floor. Put 2 nails in there. Should be a stud or 2 along here somewhere. Looks like it's right over here. And finally, into the end. And that is how we trim out a house, closet, room. That's why trimmers make so much, because that took way too long.